everyone, Tater here. I just wanted to post my October wrap up and November TBR, and I know it's super late because I was busy and I got sick when I wanted to film this originally. So I just wanted to post it now just in case anyone was wondering what I read and am currently reading. Unfortunately, I only finished one book in the month of October because October is always a super, super busy month with me every single year without fail. And I don't know why I choose to be so ambitious with my reading when it's one of my busiest months. But that's okay. I thought I would share with you guys in case you're wondering. So let's get on with what I read in October. The book I finished this month is Insomnia by Stephen King. I would like to post a review of this if you guys want to see it, so you can go ahead and comment down below if you want to know what I thought about this in particular. The next book that I am currently still reading, and this is not a book that I read very often, it's just something that I pick up every once in a while, is The Zombie Survival Guide, Complete Protection from the Living Dead by Max Brooks. And this is a really fun read. It's very informational. I read this whenever I'm in the mood. I am totally prepared or getting prepared for the zombie apocalypse when it happens. So if anybody wants to join my zombie survival team, hit me up because we're gonna rock out and survive against the brain dead ghouls. So, Zombie Survival Guide. I'm about halfway through this and I can't wait to finish reading it and start taking notes and highlighting. And the last book that I am still currently reading and started in October is Dracula by Bram Stoker, which seems like a pretty stereotypical October read. This is a reread for me. I picked it up in 8th grade and did not appreciate it as much as I do now because as a 14-year-old girl, I couldn't really get into this kind of classic. I really, really am enjoying this the second time through. Bram Stoker's writing is amazing, and I love the way that it switches in between different points of view between all the characters. Getting on to what I will be reading, Death Note Volume 2. This volume is called Confluence. This is obviously a manga, which is a Japanese comic book, and you read it left to right. No, right to left, not left to right. And I really enjoy this story. Death Note follows the story of the main character, Light, and he is a student. He's preparing to go to college in Japan, and he finds a Death Note. He starts killing off criminals, and the Japanese equivalent of the FBI gets involved in the case and is trying to figure out who is doing all this, who's killing off criminals, and the investigation is led by this gentleman. His name is L. So it's really, really awesome. It's really great horror manga, and if you have not watched the anime and you're not really into reading manga, I totally recommend you go watch the anime because it's spectacular. It's visually beautiful, and the dub and the sub are equally great in my eyes. So that's Death Note. That's what I'm going to be reading. Is The Road by Cormac McCarthy. If you guys watched my October book haul, you know that I borrowed this from my boyfriend because he'd been bugging me for months to read it. So I thought, since I'm not really ready to read The Kite Runner or The Boy in the Striped Pajamas, and it is getting colder outside, why not pick up something that's probably going to be a quick read, because this is written in shorthand. Father and son are traveling through this post-apocalyptic winter to get to the West Coast because they've heard that it's not winter at the West Coast. And I've heard wonderful, wonderful things about this book, so I cannot wait to read it. And last but not least, what I'm planning on reading, because I know I'm going to need a palate cleanser after I read The Road, is The Restaurant at the End of the Universe by Douglas Adams. This is the sequel to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, also by Douglas Adams. These are wonderful, hysterical science fiction comedy. And it follows the story of a man named Arthur Dent. He's an Earthman, and he makes friends with an alien, and turns out that the planet Earth is is due to be destroyed, and he ends up in space and he goes on all these wacky adventures, and that's the premise of the first book, and then this continues to follow Arthur Dent through his journeys. I highly recommend The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy trilogy, even though there's 5 books. They're really tongue-in-cheek, they're really sarcastic because it's British humor, and I can't get enough of them. So, that's my October wrap-up and TBR. Thank you guys for watching. If you would like to see any reviews on the books that I have read or will read, or you want to get into a discussion about what I'm planning on reading, leave comments down below. Thanks, guys. Bye.